Today we have with us recent KS qualifier Iqbal Hassan Moona. Assalamu alaikum sir, and a very warm welcome to Ignited Minds.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So there are a number of issues that students face while preparing for civil service examination. So we will be discussing about a number of issues. We will be talking about a number of topics today. So before we begin our discussion, we would like to know more about you. So can you give us a brief description about yourself?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you ma'am, thank you so much. It's actually been a privilege and honor to be at Ignited Minds, and it's providing a platform by which I'm just able to speak up whatever I want to just speak. My name is Iqbal Hassan Moona. I'm from Sopor. I've done BTech and MTech both in electrical engineering. So this was my first attempt in the civil service examinations in KS 2018. And thankfully, thanks to Almighty Allah, I qualified in the first attempt. Regarding my optional, I had anthropology as my optional subject because this time we had to take only one optional. Yeah, this is it. Thank you, ma'am.
सर सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपरेशन में कुछ ऐसे इश्यूज़ रहते हैं जो हमारे ख्याल से सब्जेक्टिव नॉलेज से ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है डिस्कस करना, क्योंकि ये इश्यूज़ ऐसे होते हैं कि दे ऐड टू द कन्फ्यूजन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, और जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो बहुत डिस्टर्ब रहता है पूरी एग्ज़ाम प्रिपरेशन में. सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग दीज क्वेश्चंस वन बाय वन. सो माय फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज़ रिगार्डिंग द स्कीम ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन. This includes the syllabus pattern, exam orientation of prelims as well as mains. So how should a civil service aspirant approach to this new pattern of KS?
So, ma'am, regarding the preparation of the civil services, like the exam syllabus and pattern as well, which has been changed recently. In fact, from the ours batch, like from 2018 civil services, I'm particularly talking about the J&K civil service examinations. The pattern has been streamlined. It's in fact according to the UPSC pattern, and it's an advantage for the aspirants because when one is preparing for the UPSC examinations, at the same time simultaneously he gets prepared for the J&K civil services as well. So it is an advantage. The thing is that the whole of the syllabus is just streamlined and designed according to the UPSC. So I will just suggest all those aspirants who are watching me, just have a combined strategy for prelims as well as mains, because prelims and mains will go hand to hand. They will go together. It's not like we will first prepare for the prelims, then after that we have to prepare for the mains. But you know, both of the examinations, like the preliminary, then we have the mains exams, and then we have the personality test. All of the three are interrelated with each other. It's a myth that first we will clear the prelims, then after that we have to study for the mains, then after that we will do the preparation for the personality test or the interview, which is commonly called. But it has to go in a more amalgamated way. That is pre come mains come personality test. All should go in hand. So regarding the new pattern, so in the new pattern we have the preliminary examinations. Previously we used to have two general studies, not the two general studies paper, but one GS paper, and we used to have one optional paper. But now in the new pattern, what we have in the preliminary examination is one GS paper and one CSAT paper. So the CSAT is only of the qualifying nature. We have to qualify it. Its marks do not get added to the merit list. So there is only the GS paper whose marks will be added in the merit list. Okay, and regarding the mains, preliminary marks do not get added to the final list. They will just make you to qualify for writing your mains examination. And regarding the mains examination, now we are having almost 8 papers in the mains examination. So all of them are subjective. Out of these 8 papers, paper 1 is the essay paper, essay in English. So we are supposed to write 2 essays in English. So out of just 4 to 5 topics from each essay, we have to given 4 or 5 topics. From those we have to choose only one topic. Similarly, for the second essay we have to choose from the 5 given options, we can choose only one. So the essay is of 250 marks. Essay paper, whole of the essay paper is of 250 marks. So each essay constitutes 125 marks. So that becomes 250 in total. Then we have the GS2 paper. Sorry, not the GS2. Then we have the second paper, which is the general English paper. Again, general English is a qualifying paper. Its marks do not get added to the final merit list. Followed by these 2 papers, we have 4 general studies papers, GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. So all of them are of 250 marks each, and then we have one optional subject which is divided into two papers. So optional paper 1 and optional paper 2. So only one of the optionals is to be chosen, and we will be having two papers for that optional. So this is the mains, how the new pattern is. Followed by mains, we have the personality test. It also constitutes of 250 marks. So total mains plus personality, it's out of 2000 marks in total.
So my next question to you is regarding a pattern of learning. As we know that geography needs illustration through videos, and economy needs frequent updation. So as per your opinion, how should a civil service aspirant approach these different subjects?
So, ma'am, actually this question, it's just many questions in a single question. So, regarding the strategy one has to approach to different subjects, like geography needs a different approach, economy needs a different approach. Exactly, there's the thing we have to do in the civil service preparation. It is the thing which actually makes civil services exam an altogether a different journey compared to the examinations which we are given, which we have given like till now, the degree examinations or all those. So the civil service actually, here is the difference, here lies the difference which makes civil services altogether a very different examination, because each and every subject demands a different you. Not each and every subject, in fact each and every stage of this examination demands a different personality from you. So regarding the geography obviously it needs more approach on the audio video based approach. We have so much of the material available in the form of audios, videos, pictures are there, clips are there, which makes the concepts clarifying very easy, and that is how one should approach geography, because you might once you are reading the geography is incomplete without accessing your atlas, without accessing your maps. So you should remember all those, and in fact that is a perfect strategy. If we can have videos and images for all those topics, for all those concepts, it makes geography very easy and in fact easy to remember as well. Next is regarding the economy. So economy, once again the static part you will do from the NCRTs or the standard books, but economy is more or less current affair based. The questions will be asked according what is happening around you, what is happening in the world, what is happening in your country. They are no more interested in what is the definition of GDP. They will never ask you. So they will ask you how the GDP growth can be improvised, or how the GDP growth, how the jobless growth can be just reversed into a job, employment, that can be converted into employable growth, and such questions that are very dynamic in nature, that need your suggestion, that need your opinion, because at the end of the day you are going to become an administrator and you have to be the part of the system, you have to tackle all these issues. So that is what is actually going to happen. This is one of the most the contrasting feature what is in the new pattern of the KS examination as well. So they are more or less similar to the questions which are asked in the UPSC. So they will know, they are no more interested in the static questions, all those questions which we are dealing from the very early age. They will not ask you questions from that. In fact, in the history as well, they ask you questions which are more or less related to the current affairs, not the current affairs as well, but in your day-to-day lives. I'll give an example. In our history paper, the question was asked like how the Indus Valley civilization, how we have copied that structural designs in our modern societies. So in that way, they are not asking in fact from the history. That is a very dead subject. They are not even asking history directly. They are more or less relating it to your opinion. You are analyzing properties, you are analyzing skills, what you are analyzing in your environments, in your country and the current affairs as well. So actually, ma'am, that is correct. Each and every subject requires a different strategy. That's true.
Sir, in case a candidate appears in civil service examination and he has used up all his attempts, so what is the advice or what is the suggestion you would like to give to those students?
So, ma'am, a person who has exhausted all of the attempts of the civil services, so my advice, or I cannot give advice, I can obviously give suggestion to that person. The civil service is not just end of the world. It's not the only thing which is left in your life. We have all those examinations available there which are more or less more relevant and based on the civil services pattern, like the forest services are there, revenue services are also there. So we can apply in those examinations, and in fact apart from that we can make a career in academics as well. We can make a career in some other field. So civil service is not just the end of the life, it's not the only thing in your life. So I'll just give one suggestion to that person: chill, all the best, and just move forward with your life. It's not the only thing. If it's not if it's not in your destiny, that means Almighty had something more better written in your destiny as well. So trust the Almighty, and everything will be fine.
So my next question to you is regarding stress management. How to deal with stress and remain enthusiastic throughout the journey?
So, ma'am, regarding the enthusiasm, it's all based on your willpower to crack these examinations. You must be very much determined that you have to qualify this examination. I will just suggest, just keep in the mind the goal which you are going to achieve. So at the end of the day, you have to become an administrator or the administrative officer. So that thing will just keep on the fire, alive inside you, which will keep you on moving, okay, throughout this journey. And one thing more, the meditation is the key. Just bow your heads towards Almighty Allah. You will just relieve all of the stress that is in your minds. So I will just suggest you the stress relieving of first of all, you can go for the meditation. That is one of the best and one of the most powerful thing which will keep you enthusiastic and which will keep you positive throughout the journey. Just trust your Almighty. He will do everything. He will take the care of the rest things. And the next thing, just talk with your peer groups which have a similar goal, in their life. So all those candidates or aspirants which are just preparing for this civil service examinations, just be in touch with all those. It should be a productive discussion. Every time when you discuss with those people, you will get a boost, you will get a morale boost. I personally used to do that thing. I had the friends, I had a friend circle which were all preparing for the civil service examinations. So whenever I just got stressed out, I just took the phone and called them, and we discussed anything random, and that relieved the stress overall. So you can also do one thing, go through the YouTube videos that are available for all those aspirants. The toppers videos are there, all those success stories are there who had made it to civil service examinations after so many unsuccessful attempts. So that will boost your morale. In fact, that will keep you just moving on. I personally used to do that things also. So in fact, everybody has a hobby. So whenever you get stressed out, you can take your hobbies, you can just perform anything you want. So that will also help you out in the stressful situations. Okay, so always just trust your God, and take the prayers from your parents as well. Talk to them, talk to your siblings, talk to your parents. They are one of the most, I can say, the biggest source of inspiration and stress relieving, medicine for you people. So that is the best way you can relieve your stress.
So my next question to you is regarding the hours of study. So how many hours of study are important in civil service examination preparation?
So, ma'am, I think the question should be like, how many hours of study are important? The hours is, it is important that we spend time on our books for preparation, but it should be like, we should not focus ourselves that how much time we are spending on the books, on reading something, on reading some material. But it should be rather focused on what is the goal that is to be achieved on a particular day. So suppose I want to cover a particular topic from geography. Suppose I want to cover in the Indian geography the river system in a particular day. So the thing should be like, I should cover it. My goal, my focus should be that I should cover it. So would it take 5 hours, 6 hours, the whole day, the 12 hours? So I should complete it. That should be the approach. So it should not be like I'm doing a job from 10 to 4 and spending like 5 to 6 hours at the job and my job is done for the day. No, that should not be the approach. The approach should be that if you want to cover a particular topic in a particular day or for a particular time being, you have to complete it. There is no other option, there is no other shortcut, there is no other alternative. It should not be like that. You are spending your hours on the book and you have not even turned a single page of your book. That should not be the case. Ours is not a very proper word. I think the goal or the topics that are to be achieved on a particular day, in a particular week or in a particular month, that should be important. That should be your strategy. That should be your planning of achieving your goal. I think that's appropriate.
So my next question to you is regarding test series. Okay. What is the role of test series in civil service examination preparation?
So ma'am, in short, I will just add up that test series is like preparing all the things which you want to prepare before the show time, because at the real examination, you cannot take any risk. So it's better all those difficulties which you will face in the real examinations, all those mistakes you want to do, just do it in test series, not in the real paper. So test series is super important. I will just add to that. Test series is really important. Go for the test series as much as you can, especially for the mains examinations, because you are writing the mains examination. You must develop that caliber to write the papers 3 hours, for continuously 3 hours you have to write down your papers. And you will get to know about the time management in the real examination, because most of the students do not qualify the mains only because they skip like 1 questions, 2 questions, 3 questions, and it reduces their probability to get selected in the mains examination. So test series is the thing which will train you to attempt as many questions, not as many but the full questions in your real examinations. Plus prelims also, it has a test series as a role to play, because you will get to know about various techniques of the eliminating the wrong options from the multiple choice questions, and all those techniques where to make an intelligent guess based on the current affairs. So all those things you will learn in the test series. You cannot learn them by yourselves, or you cannot take that huge risk that you will learn that thing in the real examination as well. So test series is really important. If you are going for mock interviews, that is also really important. So important, yes.
So there are certain students who have history, politics, geography at their graduation level. And there are certain students who are of engineering or medical background. So does it make any difference while they are preparing for the civil service examination?
So, ma'am, the subjects which are in our syllabus of the civil service examinations, they are of very generalized nature. Like everybody can read them. It's not like we must have an in-depth knowledge of those subjects, because we have not to become the PhD scholars or research scholars in a particular subject. We just have to qualify the exam anyhow by a smart trick or working hard, working smartly. We have to qualify the exams. Definitely, if some of the students have some know-how, or they are just experts in their own subjects at the graduation level, like history, geography, political science, or something like that. So that will help them in the GS subjects. But GS is not all about the history, geography, political science. There is economy, there is international relations, there is governance, there is world history. There are so many subjects, so we cannot just neglect all other subjects and focus on only some of them. So that should not be done. I think the balanced approach is what is needed by each and every aspirant. It's not like that the students having the history or the humanities subjects in general in their graduation have an edge over those who are from science background or the engineering background or the medical science background. No, I obviously personally I was from engineering background, so I also just did manage to read all the subjects. So I would just add that it's not necessary. It will help them, but they should balance the things. Okay, it's not only those subjects which are at their graduation that are to be asked in the examination. You have to balance between all of those subjects, because at the end of the day, each and every paper consists of 250 marks. That doesn't make difference. Ethics is of 250 marks, GS1 is of 250 marks, GS2, 3, 4, every optional also is of 250. So that should be the approach, a balanced one.